Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Bella with Bella Gitana Tarot. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to do a quick reading for the Divine Masculine Lovebird messages, see what he wants to talk about today. All right, let's get to it. Okay. We have committed. He wants to talk about committed. In it for the long haul, working through conflicts, not easily giving up. Then at the bottom we have attachment, fear of loss, don't like being single, doing anything to keep lover. Ooh. I'm sensing here that he could have gone into a commitment because he didn't want to be alone. He was also fear of losing the person that he was attached to. Yeah, and doing anything to keep that person happy. So he might have, you know, given into what the other person wanted. Like if they wanted a commitment, then your person, you know, delivered in that way. That's what he wants to talk about today. And right underneath attachment was opposites. So it could be that now with time, your person's noticing this commitment is where they're not on the same page. You know, like maybe they wanted the same things at one point, but now your person's noticing they want different things. And so does the person that they're with. If it's not a third party, this could be where your person was afraid of losing you in a commitment. So they could have also sensed that maybe you didn't want to be alone and maybe you were chasing them. It could go different ways, but let's just see what he wants to talk about commitment. Let's just see what he wants to say about it. What does he want to say, Spirit? Ooh, future. I still see a future with us. And this globe has a picture of like, looks like what appears to be a lighthouse. And so I get here that he's feeling guided to go towards you, but it just seems to be not in the horizon right now because it's upside down, right? So it's like something needs to change so that they can be able to see things clearly. But your person wants you to know that they still see themselves committing to you in the near future. Wow. Look at that. Doubt. Do you still think of me and love me? At the same time, they're doubting that you still feel the same in the future, you know? So, very interesting. I also get here that they're holding a candle on, you know, they're lighting a candle for you. It's like they still have this flame for you, this passion for you, and it hasn't gone away. So they're also wondering, do you still hold a candle for them, you know? Because part of them doubts it, right? This could also be that your person doubted your connection in the future, and that's why they were afraid, right? They were afraid that they were going to lose you. Let's see what else. What do they want to say? Intoxicating. Your love is intoxicating and magical. It takes me to another place. This is so beautiful. So yeah, I feel like because of that, your person saw a future with you because nobody has made them feel the way that you have. And so your love is just like magic. And this is also why they could have been doubting because it didn't seem real, right? Look at this. Bottom of the deck, we have numbing. I do everything to numb the pain of losing you. So sometimes this could involve alcohol, you know, trying to numb out the pain. It could also involve other vices, you know, whether it be substances or committing to other people to not face the loneliness, right? So as to not be alone, because when they're alone, all they think about is you. So Intoxicating also reminds me of that addictive energy. So I feel like your person's also saying that your love was so addicting that they felt they were very attached to it. You know what I mean? They were very attached to it, and they didn't want to be at your mercy in a way to where they would have to do anything to keep you. You know what I mean? But this could also be because of past relationships where they went through that before. And so the way that this person feels towards you, they don't want to end up doing the same thing where they feel obligated or attached to you to where they wouldn't be able to be free. It's what I'm getting. So yeah, let's just see. Let's pull some tarot and see, what does this future have to do with? I still see a future with us. Four of Swords. So when your person contemplates and they're finally alone, they still think about this connection and that they do see a future with you. And this could also be that once they finally come around and take a breather and do spend time alone and not using other things to distract them, then they'll finally come around to see things differently so that they can go towards their future, which is you. Yeah, look at that with the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So, and if you notice in this image, this girl looks like she's see-through. And I'm getting here that I feel like your person sees you as their future because you were very clear. You know what I mean? Like, you were very transparent with them. You also saw them, like you also saw through them, and nobody's probably been able to see them before. And so they felt like you were the first person that saw them for who they really are. And it was easy for you to do that. It wasn't like other people haven't been able to do what you can. And that's how they knew you were their person. Wow. They also want to be transparent with you and tell you that they want to come home, you know, in the near future. All right. And on that card, it says working through conflict. So I feel like your person is working through these conflicts of doubt and worry, right? And feeling and trying to find balance to not be too immersed in your connection, to be able to still be with you, but be detached, you know, not to be attached, to have a healthy attachment style. So with doubt, we have the World. So your person, when they think about their world, this is what's clouding their whole life right now. They wonder if you still think of them. Yeah, with the Two of Wands, another World card here. Remember I said in this picture he's holding a candle for you? Look at the flames in that guy's robe. Wow. It's like X marks the spot. You know what I mean? Like you are the center of his world. And he's hoping that you feel the same. That you still think of him because he's making plans. You know, Two of Wands is about making plans. So I feel like he's wanting to make a plan to close out old cycles. Whether it be with addictions, vices, habits, and also third parties. Then we have the Fool that popped out. So yeah, I feel like your person got wrapped up with you and your connection because it takes him to another place where he just wants to be free and love, right? And give into it because it seems so enticing. But there's a dog barking in that image usually, right? The dog's like warning him. Are you sure you want to take a leap of faith? Because we don't know what's on the other side. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles here. So I'm just getting here that your person needed to take some time to work on themselves. You know, there's a spider web here in the distance. So it's like they needed to sort out any entanglements before they could take this leap of faith with you. But yeah, that's just what I'm getting here. Why is numbing here? I do everything to numb the pain of losing you. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. So yeah, so they do everything to numb the pain. So they could be focused on work, right? On building a solid foundation work-wise to be successful. But at the same time, they know that they're missing out on love because they're making the material world the top priority. And so you see there's an eye there on the top left. I feel like he's still keeping an eye out for you, even though he's trying his best to numb these feelings. But at the same time, it's like you turn his world upside down. You see how he's turning that cup on top of the rose? It's like he knows that something grew in his feelings towards you, but he's trying to numb it, right? He's trying to cover it up like it doesn't exist. And out of these other cups, there was no flowers here. So nobody else made him feel this beautiful flower, this rose. The rose represents like love, like the highest vibration. Nobody else made him feel that way except you. And so they're at the edge of the cliff here and trying to cover it up. It's almost like they don't want people to see that he has these feelings for you, so he's covering it up. He's worried about what people think with the Four of Cups. So it's best to act like it's not there and numb it, right? Numb the pain and just focus on the material world. This could also be that he went towards a commitment with the Ten of Pentacles that it's very like binding. Like there's chains here, like this person can't move. And that could be, oh my gosh, I just got something. So I feel like he could be purposely doing this so that he doesn't come towards you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very skewed, very distorted way of thinking. But I feel like for some of these masculines, they could have seen this as an opportunity to be in total control because they feel out of control with these emotions that they have for you, right? And so they could have gone into this connection instead with this other person so that they won't be able to come towards you. You know, like they're just purposely doing that. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they would do that. But it comes down to, look at that. Underneath the Four of Cups, we have the Chariot. So I feel like he's purposely missing an opportunity because he knows this connection is different. And it's like he's self-sabotaging, right? I mean, we know that with a lot of these masculines. But I just kind of sense here that this is his shadows. You see how dark this guy is? This is like his shadow turning away love. So this could have been his way of turning away love by turning his world upside down to commit to somebody else so they know for sure there's something legally binding that will keep them from coming towards you. You know what I mean? Because now they have an obstacle in the way to where they can't say, oh, well, I can't, I don't know how to say it. It's like, it's basically putting a block in the way so that even if they wanted to, like, let's say if they didn't marry somebody and they were just dating them, right? In that situation, he could still easily come towards you, right? Make a decision and leave the other person and come towards you, right? But when it comes to an actual marriage, like that's legally binding. I mean, you actually sign a contract. Your assets, you know, get merged with this other person. It's a huge blockage. And so I feel like for some of these masculines, some of them might have gone into this marriage because a lot of times they're thinking in the material world, right? So they're thinking if I have this contract, then not even like the contract is going to keep me from going towards this person because I will honor that contract. It's just a really weird energy, you guys, but I don't know if I'm explaining it right. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. But this is self-sabotage, okay? This person in their shadows turned away love because they created an obstacle so that they wouldn't. They used it as a way of protecting themselves so that they wouldn't come towards you. That's how egotistical they are. Very weird. Wow. Let's kind of get one card here to summarize the reading, Spirit. Yeah, see, insecurity. Someone is unsure of themselves. So in order to feel stable and secure that they're not going to come towards you because they do feel these feelings are out of control, what do? Some of them go into a legal contract with somebody else. You know, get married, sign a contract, right? A soul contract. because that's their insurance policy in a way, to make sure that they're not going to come towards you, because now it's legally binding. And so bottom of the deck, we have contentment. Someone is happy with their current situation. So I also get here is that they only know to be unsure of themselves, and anything else that's remotely healthy, like actually something that is true and solid and healthy, they don't see it as something that could be stable, because they've grown up with instability in their life. So all they know is instability, right? And so they're going to go towards something that's unstable. So that way it will keep them happy, thinking that that's normal and that that's what they deserve. And they're also lying to themselves that they're happy, because they're really not. The whole reading, he wanted to talk about this commitment. So I feel like he's basically saying in this reading that he knows you were his future, but at the same time there was doubt. He wasn't sure of himself that you felt the same towards him, because he's going off of past programming from past relationships. Your love took him to another place where he didn't feel like it was reality. So he turned down the love, and his shadow self pushed it away. And by pushing it away to make sure that he doesn't come towards you, he did a legal binding contract with somebody. So that way he has that as his excuse. Well, I can't come towards her now because I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's just get a summary for this reading, Spirit. What is the advice? Look at that. A roadblock. Did I not say that that's what he was doing? Putting a blockage, a roadblock? Delay or detour beneficial. Revise, rethink, follow signs, guidance, test before leveling up. Oh my gosh. I'm also getting here that your masculine wanted to do this blockage, right? To test you. They wanted to see if you really love them, because they were not sure. Remember, they weren't sure of themselves with the insecurity. They were doubtful, right? They were not sure if this was real. And also, this is a test before leveling up. Like, this is a way for your person to test themselves so that they could see if they still feel this way towards you, if they still yearn for you, even if they're with somebody else. They want to see how far down this rabbit hole it goes, is what I'm getting. Because usually with this kind of love, there's no end, right? It's endless. So he's purposely putting a blockage because he's thinking surely there has to be an end. I mean, that's the ego, right? The ego wants to know like specific answers. The ego doesn't understand the spiritual or magic or anything that's divine. So surely this was his way of testing the waters to test you, to see where does this love stop, okay? Because I feel like he also wanted to test himself to see what is going on. So that way he can go through the test. And after he goes through it, then he can decide, okay, I want to level up now, because now I know that there's no end, right? He was insecure, thinking that this connection had an ending, right? He was convinced that there was an end to this. He put a blockage in the way to see how far this love goes, because in his mind, he's thinking, well, if I marry somebody else, or if I'm with somebody else, whatever the situation is, and she stops looking for me and she just stops like pursuing me, then I'll know I was right. Then I'll know that I was right in doing what I needed to do, because her love wasn't real, right? And so now your person is finding out that your love has no end. Like, it doesn't matter if they put a blockage in the way. This love does not end. Okay. Let's get one more to see why is stop. Why is challenge here? Why is this delay here? So, in a way, he put a blockage there so that he would delay himself from coming towards you. And it says here, detour beneficial. So Spirit is saying here that this was a detour that was beneficial for both of you guys, because now you guys can revise. Now you guys can rethink things. You can follow the signs, the guidance, right? Being guided. And it's going to make you wiser in the end. The owl. Sees through the facade, secrets lifted, insights, wise, aware, observant, explore the unknown. Okay, explore the unknown is pretty much the Fool's energy. And you guys will be victorious as a result of this test. You guys will pass this test. You will have victory, recognition, success, reputation, win. Love always wins. Fame, goals, awards, ambition, achievement. Wow. One last card here, Spirit, to wrap up the reading. What do we need to know? Almost flew off the table. Look at that, like the trophy. Great and full. Grateful. Number 4 is for foundations. So I feel like this challenge, right, is gonna create a sense of gratitude for you guys, to be thankful for this delay, because it taught you guys that you guys really do love each other, and regardless if somebody walks away from the connection, the love is always still going to be there. So you guys are going to be able to create a new foundation to be able to fill your own cup, right? Love yourself enough to know that you deserve this beautiful love from the divine. And not only is he going to finally accept this cup to love himself, but then he can turn around and give it to you. And look at this. Another 4 here. 31 adds up to a 4. Call of the Muse, okay? So I feel like you guys are being guided right now, right? Spirit is guiding you guys to go on this path, on this test, on this challenge, to really work on your own foundation, to be solid on your own, so that when you guys do come back together, you guys will have no question, no insecurities, no settling, right? You guys will finally accept this love, because part of the reason why they can't come towards you is because you're not loving yourself in some areas of your life, right? So it starts with us, right? Loving ourselves, so that then that love will show up at our door. But if we don't dive deep and go through that, then how can we expect our person to love us if we don't love ourselves wholly and fully? Okay. Wow. I love this reading, guys. It was very deep. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking on the link below in the description box and in the comments. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.